Somebody recently asked me, can you buy an unreliable motorbike and fix it up with aftermarket parts? I guess the simple answer is, why would you do that to yourself? Do you really want a bike that you can ride, or do you want to be working on it? What is a reliable bike? What are we really talking about? And what I want to do is be able to jump on it and ride without any worries of it breaking down. And particularly if I'm following the manufacturer's maintenance schedule, I expect the manufacturer to use reliable components. And what I mean by that is I don't expect that the rocker arm breaks off when I'm out riding, or my fuel pump stops working, or after a few hundred kilometres from you, my piston seizes in the barrel. There's little doubt that the off-road environment is a harsh one on motors. They get revved very hard, and sometimes dust can make its way into the internals of the engine, and this environment causes lots of wear to the engine. And fair enough. And really you don't want a set of handlebars or rims that bend the first time you ride over a curve. And certainly the aftermarket manufacturers play an important role in making some tough components. For example, I can't imagine riding an off-road bike without a set of bark busters or moose tubes that take away the constant anxiety of a flat tyre. Some manufacturers have a reputation for producing reliable bikes. However, generally you don't have to search too far before you find some issues. And no one really knows what the new model is going to be like until it's been around for a year or two, especially if it comes with the newest, latest technology. Sometimes it seems the manufacturers use you as a test dummy. And who can afford to do that, particularly when there's some very short warranty periods? I really think the main problem is that all of the manufacturers build bikes that sometimes have issues and problems, and some of them are really big safety problems. And of course the manufacturers know what the problems are, but it's not in their interest to let everyone know what the fix is and what the real issue and problem is. And so we find ourselves watching various forums, and the problem with the forums is that there's a lot of people who don't know what they're talking about, and there's a lot of information, and it's very difficult to work out what is fact from fiction. And of course there's all these people who have those particular motorcycles that say they've never had a problem with them. And of course they never have a problem with them because they only do 1,500 kilometres a year, and all of that is on the road where they don't get the sort of hammering that they're actually designed for. It's certainly the off-road conditions and the rough roads that really put the motorcycles through the hoops, and certainly highlights their weaknesses. And of course there's people who manage to clock up 10,000 kilometres on their motorcycle and think of it as an epic achievement. And that just isn't the case. The average postie bike does 80,000 kilometres and then is sold off to farmers that use them for another 100,000. I guess what I'm saying, at the end of the day, it is very difficult to identify any particular model or bike or manufacturer that is always going to provide you with a very reliable bike that doesn't break down and you can ride it for 100,000 kilometres without any problems or issues at all. And probably the best thing you can do is buy the latest model, put it on the shelf for a year, let all the test dummies check out the issues and find out what the problems are, allow the manufacturers and the aftermarket boys time to make the fixes, and then you can get your bike off the shelf, put the fixes on and start riding it. I have been contacted recently by some of my subscribers who suggest that reliability issues will be a thing of the past when we all move to battery powered motorcycles. And you know, there's so few moving parts, they're probably right. What are all the mechanics going to do? and also all the spare parts manufacturers going to do when we don't need them anymore. I do confess that I'm expecting the low-tech, low-stress engine on the Harley to do a couple of 100,000 kilometres before I need to worry about reliability problems. And as we travel through Afghanistan, the local markets of Kabul, I wonder what the locals' expectation of reliability is in this town.